It's now over a month since children in the Kerry village of Asdee said they saw statues moving in the local church. Nearly 30 children in all claim to have witnessed the figures moving. Reports have also come in of statues moving in another Kerry village, this time at Ballydesmond, a village about 20 miles from Killarney. Events in Ballydesmond have been played down. Mrs. Anne Bohan, who lives here, is reported to have fainted after witnessing the statues moving. Mrs. Bohan will not talk about what she says she saw. "If there's a message, it will come again, and more than me will see it," was the only comment she would make. Like the reported sightings in Asdee, the first to have allegedly seen the statues moving were children, 2 girls aged 12 and 7. The church have adopted a cautious approach to the events. The parish priest in Asdee has been instructed to pass on media queries to his superiors. It was on Valentine's Day last month when children in Asdee National School first claimed that the statues moved. Since then, the faithful have continued to come to Asdee, keeping the church candles alight and the shops busy.
This is our second time coming.
And
we walked it this time. We came by car before.
And how far have you walked?
We walked from Ballylongford. It was about 3.5 or 4 miles. Yeah.
Would you say you're very religious?
No, I'm not very religious at all. I'm no holy Joe at all, is one thing sure.
But you believe that it...
Oh, I believe, yes, I believe that it happened because I heard that it happened to a couple of women from outside of here. I think one was supposed to be from this door, but she wouldn't give her name. And she seen something happening in it.
It's given me a sense of peace, and I was so amazed to see so many people coming in there, particularly young people, praying. And I think anything that makes young people pray in this age is very good.
This is something completely different now. I think this will change a lot of people's minds.
How does it feel when you go into the church? Do you think there's a special feeling in there?
Like a very warm,
very
feeling.
peaceful.
Yeah, very
Beautiful
peaceful
in there.
something about it.
Especially with the Sacred Heart.
Yes, with the Sacred Heart statue especially.
Would you like to see it move yourself? I mean, would you?
I'd love to.
I didn't want to come when there might be hundreds of people here pushing and, I wanted just quietness to make up my own mind about it.
What about the statues? Do you think there's anything special about them?
I do. It struck me that the left hand is so high that I couldn't see how it could have been made like that originally. Normally, any statue I have seen has had the fingers pointing right at the heart. But this struck me. I mean, who would have made a statue with the hand pointing up here?
Elizabeth Flynn is 7 years old and was the first to say she saw the figures move. And who went in with you?
Maire Kane and John Carl.
And what happened when you went in?
Sheila and Joan were down the chapel, and I was coming up, and then I was praying to the 2 statues, and our Lord beckoned to me.
You were praying to the 2 statues? And what prayer were you saying?
I was in the Hail Mary.
And you went in and you said the Hail Mary every day, did you?
Mm.
And how did he beckon to you? Can you just show me with your hand the way he went? Just with his finger?
When my sister came up, I was eating my lunch, and I came down because she told me.
And what did your sister say to you?
She told me the statues moved.
And what did you think when you heard that?
I didn't believe her first.
And what did you do then?
I went down to the church, and I saw our Lord's hands move up a bit, his left hand.
And how did his hand go? Can you show me how his hand went?
His hand was there first, and then it moved up like that.
Yeah. You don't think maybe you could have imagined it?
No.
Which statue was it that beckoned to you?
Sacred Heart.
And what was the other statue in the shop?
The Blessed Virgin.
And you didn't see anything with the Blessed Virgin?
Yes.
You didn't see anything happening with the Blessed Virgin, did you? Did she do anything?
Yes.
What did she do?
She moved over her eyes.
She moved over her eyes. And who else saw her moving over her eyes?
Joan Carl and Maire Kane.
And did that happen at the same time as the Sacred Heart? When Maire Fitzgerald decided to open a tea shop in the village to cater for the day trippers, she consulted the priest.
Listening to people saying, that there was people looking for tea, and no place to get tea, and I thought I had this room out here, so Thought maybe I'd put in a few tables and
So you went up to, you asked Father O'Sullivan
I
about
did, yes, I asked Father O'Sullivan what he thought about it. And he thought it would be an idea, it would be good for people coming in if they wanted to, it was there, you know.
Then there's the flourishing trade in handkerchiefs.
People have bought a lot of handkerchiefs to rub to the statues to take back to give as tokens or whatever.
You have
Maybe sick friends or whatever.
What about people saying that people are now making money out of this, that you've set up a business here and that you're making money, or you've jumped on the bandwagon? What do you think about that?
Well, we're providing, you know, tea for people who need tea when they travel those distances. So I don't think we're jumping on the bandwagon at all, really.
And is there any money to be made in this business at the moment?
Not a lot. I wouldn't make a fortune on it, you know. But I like doing it.
Many people in Asdee, like Anne Bohan in Ballydesmond, believe that a message will be sent.
Anyone that sees it moving, they just get a fright, they run, more or less. You see, and the message can't be given across. But maybe between here and Easter, there will be a message given. That's one thing sure.
But whether or not there are any further sightings in Asdee or Ballydesmond, for some there is no question of what took place.
I knew, like, I couldn't doubt him anyway, like, but I mean, there was a show, like, happening, like, you know, to us, like, you know, why pick us? Why did I pick us, like, why did the Lord pick our family, like, to do such a deed, like, you know?
I know the children, and I know they're too young to imagine it or make it up or whatever. No, I believe it, yes.
It's very easy for somebody to imagine. Again, I thought in there now today, with all the candles all around and the light, the sun shining through the window, that, well, if you look long enough, you could imagine, which I say, the flickering of the candles particularly. But then she pointed out to me the children went in first. When it happened, there were no candles, there was no light, there was nothing. So they really saw something. So I say, candles, I think, didn't make them imagine.